Hi folks, Mr. Long here. We're going to do a quick screencast on a volume question that also involves a unit rate. So what we see here is, because there's two parts, so I think what people tend to struggle on with this is what do you do after you get the volume? And you're going to see we can go back to our ratio tables from previous units. So we've got a chocolate pyramid here. You can see it's nice. This makes me hungry looking at this. Um, what we do is we notice, first thing is, well, actually, let's read the question. The cost of the chocolate to the right is $15.49. It's a big thing of chocolate. How much is the cost per centimeter cubed? So what are some things that I notice here? Well, I think I'm going to focus on the fact that it's $15.49. And then I've got the word per. That's also an important word, right? So the word per, and its cost comes first, right? Cost comes first, and then it's per centimeter cubed. That's volume, right? Cost is dollars, centimeters cubed is volume. So how much is the cost per centimeter cubed? So I know the cost, that's right there, but I don't know the centimeters cubed. So that's probably the first thing I need to figure out. So I go over here and I look at all my different formulas. There's a rectangular prism, a cylinder, a cone. Look at that. There is the pyramid. Length times width times height over 3. So what I like to do is I always like to compare whatever the picture is to what's the picture in the question. So I usually put width as the distance side to side. So that looks like that's the width. And then the part going into the page I usually pick as the length. So that looks like the, whoops, that's going to be the length there. Now, and it also, right there, it says the height of the pyramid is 14. So in terms of the formula, there it is, length times width times height. That's the formula I have to pick. Just like you just have to pick the right tool. And in math, often picking the equation is the tool. So let's go through and see if we can figure out the volume. So there's our formula. Length times width times height divided by 3. And I got that right over here. Now I need to substitute my values in. So the length is 9, the width is 12, and the height is 14. So let's substitute those numbers in. Okay, that's the next step. So I start with the formula, then I substitute all the numbers in. 9 is the length, right? Whoops. 9 is the length. Let's see, I'll just connect these. 9 is the length. Oh, it's not writing here. So height, well, maybe it just won't write right now. I think you get the idea though. Okay, so let's keep going here. So, oh, then I would just put it in my calculator, right? 9 times 12 times 14 divide by 3. And that's 504 centimeters cubed. So there's our volume. So now once we get our volume, what's the next thing that we need to do? Well, now let's go back and say, are we done? Did the question ask for the volume? Is that what the question was actually asking for? No, the question was asking for the actual cost per centimeter cubed. So now what we have to do is we have to work with the unit rates. So if we go back to unit rate, it says the cost per centimeter cubed. So remember the word per means divide. So as soon as you see unit rate, what you want to do is have a ratio table, right? A ratio table. Remember that we always put whatever we're measuring in the top of the fraction here, and whatever we measure in the bottom of the fractions here. So it's cost per unit rate. So what we're going to do is go right here, and we can put cost there, and down here, and that's in money, right? And then down here, maybe we can put cost, and this is going to be centimeters cubed. Well, I'll just put V for volume. Well, not dV, V for volume. Okay, V for volume. And then do we have any known information? Well, we know that, so known information, we know one of the costs is $15.49. But we also know that the volume we've calculated out to be 504 centimeters cubed. Do we have any other information? You remember with these, we always had 3 of the boxes filled in and we had to figure out one of them. Well, I want to get the cost per centimeters cubed. So that means for 1 centimeter cubed. So that's here, right? That's unit rate. So for 1 centimeters cubed. And then if you remember, we took the larger number and divided by the smaller number. Now we can go side to side or up and down. It doesn't matter. The way that I've written this, I didn't leave much space down here to go side to side. Although it probably is easier to go side to side. So what I could do is 504 divided by 1, right? 504 divided by 1, which is 504. So that means it has to be 504 up here, right? Going side to side, right? Side to side. So from here to here is 504. 504 divided by 1 is 504. So now, when I'm going up here, I'm going in this direction. Will my number get smaller or bigger when I go from 1549 to this box? Well, I think that probably our numbers are going to get smaller because 504 goes to 1. So that means I have to do 1549 and divide that by 504. Okay, and if we do that, we're going to get 0. I think it's going to work out to, remember this is money, 0.03. Well, what's that? $0.03 means 3 cents, right? So what's the unit cost per centimeter cubed? 3 cents for every 1 centimeter cubed. Okay, that's called a unit rate, right? So again, how did we do this question? Let's go back over it. Figure out the volume using our formulas. Pick the right formula. Next thing is, I know that the question has unit rate in it, cost per centimeter cubed. So anytime there's a unit rate or ratios in a question or percentages, I can use one of these boxes, okay? They call it a ratio box. And I know that the two things that are being measured in the rate, cost and centimeters cubed, are my two variables then. Cost comes first, so it's cost over volume. And then I put in any known values, 1549, 504 centimeters cubed, and the 1. That's the trickiest number to know because that 1 comes from right here per 1 centimeter cubed, okay, per 1 centimeter cubed. So that's how you do that question. I know that's a tricky one. That's the one that's that you'll struggle with. So that's very similar to the question with the number of people that are in the pyramid because it's asking for a unit rate. Okay, so I think it says people per meter cubed, something like that. So it's the exact same sort of question. So you'll do volume, and then you'll have to do, I believe, then you'll also have to do unit rate. Okay, hopefully that helps.